Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Tonight, we're diving into a story that has haunted the streaming community for years. A chilling tale that started with a glitch and ended in a mystery that remains unsolved. It's the story of a streamer named Liam Turner and the door that should never have existed. Liam wasn't a superstar streamer, but he had a dedicated community. Thousands of people would tune in every night to watch him play games, laugh at his jokes, and just hang out. 6 months earlier, he'd quit his warehouse job to pursue his dream full-time. Life was simple, just him, his ring light, and a small one-bedroom apartment in Chicago. One rainy Tuesday, everything changed. Liam went live, same as always. "Yo chat, we're back," he said, his voice a little tinny through his cheap mic. As he adjusted his camera, his small living room came into view. Gray couch, flickering TV, a few posters. The chat scrolled fast with greetings until one comment caught his eye. "Why is there a door behind you?" Liam frowned, then laughed. "What door?" he asked, turning his head to show them the plain, empty wall behind him. The chat exploded with laughing emojis. "You're trolling," he said, shaking his head. "Chat, you guys are weird tonight," but the comments kept coming. "Dude, it moved. Someone's in the room. Behind you." Liam turned again. Nothing. Just smooth, painted plaster. The laughter in his voice began to fade. He tried to continue with his horror game, but the chat was obsessed. Then one message stood out. "Look at 013 on the replay." His heart skipped a beat. He scrubbed back through his own stream and froze. For a split second, just behind his chair, a dark outline like the ghost of a door had appeared on the wall. No handle, no frame, just a patch of darker paint, as if the wall itself had warped for a single heartbeat. His chest tightened. He tried to brush it off. A glitch. A compression artifact. Streaming software does weird things sometimes, right? He ended the stream early, blaming a bad internet connection. But as he stood up and turned around, he could swear the faint outline of that door was still there, shimmering in the dim glow of his ring light. He stepped closer, running his hand over the spot. It was just smooth, cool plaster. He laughed nervously to himself. "Man, I'm getting tired." The next night, his viewers were relentless. "Investigate the door," they demanded, so he went live, this time pointing the camera directly at the wall. "See no door," he said confidently, but the chat immediately spammed. "Wait, what's that?" Top left corner. His stomach dropped. The outline was back, and it was clearer this time. He reached out a trembling hand and touched the surface. It was cold. Not just cool like a wall, but cold like the inside of a freezer. "It's just the lighting," he said, but his voice shook. His viewers were going wild. Donations poured in with messages. "Touch it again? Knock on it. Open it." The chat was a wall of all caps. So, he did. He knocked. The sound wasn't solid like drywall. It was a hollow thud that seemed to echo, as if he'd knocked on a wooden panel hidden just behind the plaster. "No way," he whispered. He pressed harder, and the wall gave way slightly, feeling soft like damp cardboard. Suddenly, a loud bang erupted from the other side. Liam stumbled back, knocking over his chair. His viewers were screaming in the chat. I think it's fake," he stammered, his face pale with fear. He ended the stream right then and there. That night, sleep was impossible. Faint tapping noises seemed to come from the wall behind his monitor. Around 3 a.m., he heard whispering, a faint staticky voice calling his name. Liam. He unplugged everything, tore the camera from its stand, and threw a blanket over the wall. The whispering stopped. The next morning, his phone had blown up. "Bro, what was that sound? Did you fake that? Are you okay?" His subscriber count had skyrocketed by 20,000. People were obsessed with the ghost door. That evening, he knew what he had to do. He decided to go live one last time. "We're gonna debunk this once and for all," he said into the mic. He pulled the blanket down. The door was there. But it wasn't just an outline anymore. The frame was now physically jutting out from the wall, as if the plaster had warped around it. "Okay, this is new," he muttered, moving the camera in for a closer look. He could see wood grain texture, a brass knob. It was impossible. He'd lived there for months. There was no door. His hand shook as he reached for the handle. The chat exploded with a mix of new and do it. He twisted. The knob clicked. A rush of cold air seeped out, carrying a smell of damp earth and rot. For a split second, the stream froze. Then it came back. All the viewers could see was darkness behind the open door. Liam shone his phone light inside. The space was narrow and unfinished, with old brick walls. "It's like some kind of maintenance passage," he said, his breath fogging in the cold air. "Probably just a storage area." He took a step through the doorway. His camera caught one last glimpse of the door frame before the signal cut out completely. His viewers thought it was all part of the act. The comments kept flooding in for hours, but Liam never came back online. His account went silent. Days later, the police were called after his landlord found the apartment unlocked, with all the lights still on. They found no door behind the wall, just smooth, unbroken plaster. The computer was still on, frozen on the last frame of the stream, an empty chair. His fans clipped and replayed that final video endlessly. Many claimed that at exactly 12 minutes and 41 seconds, a pale, expressionless face appears behind Liam, watching him. Some even say the face looked just like him. Weeks passed, the landlord cleaned out the apartment and rented it to a new tenant, a young woman named Erica who was also a part-time streamer. On her very first night, as she was setting up her camera, her chat started spamming, "What's behind you?" She turned and froze. A faint rectangular outline had appeared on the wall, right where Liam's had been. She laughed nervously. "Nice try, chat," she said, but they insisted, "No. Seriously, it's moving." Later that night, Erica was woken by the sound of whispering coming from her monitor. Heart pounding, she walked to her desk and saw the red light of her webcam glowing. It was on, recording. The live stream was running, showing a live feed of her room, but she wasn't in her bed. On the screen, a version of herself was standing there, watching. Behind this on-screen Erica, the door had fully appeared again, and this time, it was open. In the darkness inside, two pale hands clutched the frame, as if pulling something forward. The whispering grew louder. "Don't stop streaming." The last thing Erica remembered was the feeling of cold air brushing against her cheek. The next morning, her channel went live automatically. The thumbnail showed only an empty chair, a flickering monitor, and that same dark outline on the wall. Thousands tuned in, waiting, and every few minutes, through the static, a faint voice would whisper through the mic, "Keep watching." Thanks for sticking with me through that creepy story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mysteries. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.